Hey there, gamers. Part 11 of the Wii-A-Thon. This time I'm going to play Castlevania Judgment on the Wii.
Castlevania Judgment.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt to play this with the arcade fire stick, just looking over the basic controls of the game again. An arcade stick is definitely not really suited for this game, but we'll just see how it works. Because really, when you want to try out an arcade stick, you want to try it on a fighting game. 2D, 3D, just want to try it out, though. Yeah, this one goes online. I'll just say right out of the bat, I probably won't try the online really too much, but whenever I could connect to an enemy, another player in this case, actually, technically, I should say, it controlled really nicely. I mean, the very minor lag. It proves that there can be really good online using the Wi-Fi connection. So, pretty much, I think this is one of the most underrated games on the Wii. One of the most underrated fighting games. Pretty much with the exception of like IGN, every critic review pretty much, almost bashed it in some extent. I mean, yeah, the game has its problems. Sure, I won't deny that, but it's definitely still a fun Power Stone-esque game.
Castlevania Judgment.
And people going like, "Oh, it's selling horribly in Japan." Well, Castlevania has never been a big seller in Japan. So, what's my difficulty first off? Let me just make sure. Normal, that's good. Yeah, you can also choose English or Japanese. I have the Japanese in this case. Yeah, just for something a little different. So yeah, you have story mode. Everyone has it's a fairly simple story. Pretty much, the character Aeon notices that there's a change in the time, in like the time flux, that kind of, really complicated stuff. So he pretty much brings together people from all over the Castlevania universe, from different times together, and pretty much to see which one is good enough to fight off the main villain, the Time Reaper. But first, every one of the characters has battles to fight, and it's pretty much for their own personal goal. Like for Simon, since he can go back and fight other people from other times, he wants to fight Trevor, the first Belmont to defeat Dracula. He wants to see if he can be as good as as Trevor was. Arcade is arcade, like any good arcade fighter. Castle is kind of like, you go through each room, and each room has an objective. Gives it kind of like that, Castlevania style. You have Versus, Survival, Online Training, which goes into arcade. One thing a lot of critics kind of hated were the character designs, which were done by Takeshi Obata of Death Note fame. Now, I have all the characters unlocked, but, as you see, I haven't really played arcade that much, so I can only play certain characters, but we'll just go with the General Simon. And, of course, one thing that's really nice, each character only has 2 colors, but you get all sorts of outfits that you can get for them. All kinds of little things. So I made 2 different outfits right here. See, I got like a little demon version with a tail and 2 little fairies. And I don't think I ever did something for the other one. No. But we'll just choose regular Simon. And, like I said, this is like a Power Stone style fighter. Not like Soul Calibur or anything like that. It's free roaming movement. Lots of items, lots of interactive environments. I'll start off with Alucard. And the music is definitely a great thing about it. One of the best parts about this game is the music, without a doubt. So yeah, pretty much I'm using a stick, but I'm using it under classic controller controls. So B is attack, B with A is your special, L is guard, R is jump, Y lets you use an item if you have one. I haven't got an item yet. Oh boy, watch out there. You can also get ring outs on a lot of the stages, so gotta watch out there. And when you have a full meter like I have, you push X, you do your special attack. Also, L and attack, while guarding, you push attack, you have an unblockable attack. Everyone has that. With the arcade stick, it's playable. It's just, it is definitely a little odd, like the controls. So here's an item. Got the axe. So if you hold, now if I hold it down, I can do a stronger version, which Simon calls spinning edge. The arcade, I have it set for 2 rounds, so I'll just continue. Of course, just like any Castlevania, your items, you know, in order to use an item, you have hearts. Trying to get rid of the I can't seem to get rid of the. You can get rid of these little gears by destroying those pieces, but I won't bother with them right now. Or maybe I have it so I can, you know, destroy them. Okay, let's see if I can get my special off this time. Damn. Certain characters have special attacks that allow you to, you know, use up your meter for special attacks, like Grant from Castlevania 3 has them. You can also double jump in this game. I will say probably one problem is the camera can be a little schizophrenic, doesn't quite know where it wants to be. Cool thing is that this game, you know, you can pretty much combo anything into anything though, which is nice. There's a little bit of hidden depth there, so as I said, I can't really show off my true abilities right now on this because I'm playing with the arcade stick, which is not the normal way of playing. There we go. Here's a special attack. Yeah, I know I'm running out of time a little bit. We're just gonna talk a little bit more about this. Yeah, every special attack is all like special style, you know, big cutscene. Can't skip it, but they're all pretty cool. Balance-wise, I'm gonna say the game's not exactly completely balanced, but I don't think this is trying to be taken, you know, as seriously as like a tournament-style fighter. You know, ones like Street Fighter or anything, or, you know, King of Fighters or anything like that. Yeah, I think for a Castlevania fighting game, they did a really nice job. Okay, here's Carmilla from Castlevania 2 and many others. But like I said, the music's really cool. Pretty much every song, with the exception, I think a couple others are brand new, but pretty much every song, especially all the characters, are remakes of previously existing songs. And they just sound beautiful. These are some of the best variations of some of these Castlevania themes you could hear. And yeah, there's another thing about the specials, they do a lot of damage. But yeah, it's all about strategy. You know, every single one of them is blockable. So the only unblockable is your guard attack, attacking you while guarding. They don't do nearly as much damage. But I definitely really like this game, and I feel it is horridly underrated. Horridly, you know, unfairly judged too much. They treat it too much like it's a regular fighter. You know, this is coming from aiding helped develop it, but it was mostly Konami that helped make this. And you know, for a first time, you know, Castlevania going to a fighting genre, it worked. I mean, it has its problems, like the camera's a little schizophrenic and the characters aren't exactly balanced, but it's nothing that a sequel couldn't fix. But I doubt we're gonna see a sequel because too many people bitch about how, you know, all the little minor problems. So yeah, that's pretty much Castlevania Judgment. Surprisingly playable on the stick, but I wouldn't recommend it.